All right, I have made sure that my box fan is not messing with the audio. We are doing the story quest Strange Bedfellows, continuing with the storyline, given to us by Lucia, the southwest portion of Garlemald, the zone, the Eblon rhyme, in Camp Broken Glass. And here we go. Before we proceed, tell me what you know of the First Legion and the disposition of their forces. I explain what I know. They were preparing for war while the refugees in their care were left to go hungry, a reckless, short-sighted plan that risked the welfare of the people they are sworn to protect. Nevertheless, we cannot compel them to accept our aid. If we were to arrive in force with the intent to do so, we would only incite panic, but perhaps they can be persuaded to follow one of their own. Go with Julius back to the station and have him lead the refugees here. Some may be unwilling to or unable to leave, but for the time being, I'll take what I can get. Alphino, Alice, and the scouts sent to extricate them should already be at the station. I will also have our other comrades in the area lend their support should it be needed. Understood, says Julius. Understood. Nope, I got my buttons mixed up. I don't have tertium? Oh, I wasn't allowed to. Oh, come on. Rude. Have to run all over this zone. Sorry for the tailor, swift in your ear. It was one of the... My playlist for music is... I was going to say it's very wide and varied, but it really doesn't, as far as I know. I don't think it includes, like, any country music, that is. I don't think it has any classical. It's mostly rock, hard rock, some metal, and some pop, some rap, mostly Eminem, the occasional like Jay-Z. I don't know if it has R&B in it. I haven't curated the list for that playlist in a while, so I don't necessarily know everything that's on there, but it is mostly rock. So, but I mean, I'll admit I do like some T Swift songs. They made it to the list for sure. Say you'll remember me, standing in a white dress, staring at the sunset, babe. That's one of them. And then the Teenage Dream. Wait, no, is that Katy Perry? Hold on. I was just reminded of My Liquid Dreams, which was, God, it was that boy band that was formed as part of that television show, like Making the Band, I think it was called. My Liquid Dreams. God, they didn't make it very far at all, did they? They had like one album. I don't know. I think I'm supposed to go inside of this like bunker thing, and I honestly do not recall where the entrance is. I don't think it was to the north. I think it was... Gosh dang it, man. There should have been some kind of obvious mark on the map where it is. Otherwise, they're just like messing with us players. And I can't fly, so even though I am faster than I am just running without a mount, it is still a lot of time and boring, and yay. The entrance... Is it... Oh, is it this liminal station place? It can't be. That's so far away. That's so far away. Is that really it? Hold on. I don't think it's it. Because that's, like, here to here is a much longer distance than it is to actually... Yeah, this can't be it. It isn't it. It doesn't ring a bell at all. Gosh damn it. My liquid dreams. I like the one that's like James Dean daydream, look in his eyes, and I got that red lips, red short. Was it red lip short skirt thing that he likes? What are these things? Automated death machine. Oh my gosh, you are a crazy looking dude. Okay, so like bipedal, kind of like ostrich style legs, but it's a mech. And it's got like a face, if you want to call it that, that's 2 yellow eyes, 1 red nose, all circular, and then like kind of a diamond pattern. So the red eyes are the left and right, the nose yellow thingy is the bottom, and there's a blue gem on the top. Like a hunched over creeper. It's a creeper. Here's the deal. I know this video is gonna suck because I do not remember. It's been so long, and by long I mean like a couple weeks, but that's enough for me to forget how the fuck to get into here, and pardon my language. Any kids watching? Maybe it's over here in this broken down city or town or whatever. The master would have a field day with this. Oh, those monsters that I was just describing kind of remind me of some that I fought in Final Fantasy XI in like the empty zones, those places. Kind of rings a bell. Okay, so is this it? Oh, it's... Of course the person I'm supposed to talk to is outside of the entrance that I... Yeah, I'm dumb. I'm a dum-dum. Don't be like me. Cutscene. They might talk. We'll find out. Mercy and Julius, says Alice. Hold on, let me get rid of my headshot. We arrived just before you did, and too late. Too late for what? What's happened? Graha looks down, as does an archer behind him, a First Legion soldier. It's Lord Quintus. He took his own life. Took his own life. Shocked. Shock from us. After the news about the 10th, he relieved us of our duties. Then, when he was alone, he... No, he wouldn't, says Julius. Thancred and the others, assisted by the soldiers, have seen to the remains, says Urianger. In due course shall the legatus be afforded a proper burial. The First Legion soldier, he released us from our duty. He wanted us to be free to choose our own fate. He's favoring his left arm. I don't know how he heard it. Without him to guide us, says Julius. Graha. I have just this moment spoken with Lucia. We are ready to commence the transfer of the refugees here to Camp Broken Glass, should they be willing to accept our aid. Some would rather die, but most of us just want to live. Songs and standards be damned. We just want to live, says the soldier. A nod from me. We'll need to speak with the refugees. They'll have to decide for themselves if they wish to come with us. If any would prefer to stay, we can have supplies brought over for them. It'll be a hard journey for the others, but we'll see they reach our camp safely. Nods all around. And Graha, Orianje, a paladin, Alice walk down into the station. Julius says, I, like, just eyes, not A-Y-E. He doesn't know what to say. He walks into the station after them. Cutscene fades to dark. Down into Tertium we go on our Jazz Wolf, which does not seem appropriate for the attitude. The overall... What's the word? I can't think of it. Is that a red carbuncle? Carbuncle? Can I do this yet? Yay, I can attune now. Now that the leader kind of killed himself. Sabinianus. It was only ever a dream, wasn't it? To think we could reclaim it, rebuild it all ourselves. Before this all began, I sent my wife and daughter away to the provinces. If there's a chance I might see them again, I'll take it. So take me with you, please. Queso, C-A-E-S-O, queso, sorry. As a woman, man? Well, got the aetheryte stored in the end. All it took was a few adjustments, and now it works as well as it ever did. From what I can tell, the one in Laterum is also functioning as normal. That's where you lot are staying, isn't it? Now that most of us are packing up and leaving this place, I reckon there'll be more use for me and my skills over at your camp. Into the train we go. Into the train we go. To speak with Flavius next to Aurelian J. Sorry. Flavius. I've talked to him before. It's you. The one who treated me with such kindness. I heard from the others that you're not from around here. I thought you were one of us. Not that it makes much difference now. Purebloods, migrants, savages. After a while, the words start to lose meaning, until all you're left with is anger and fear and hate, and I'm too tired. If you and yours have come to offer aid, I'd be glad to accept. Thank you. I really hope that you do. I hope that we have come in time to aid you and the others. I think we're entering what was once the command car. Yeah, definitely. Julius is standing in front of the banner with the blood stain of the gunshot wound, I believe, on it. Alphino and Thancred are here as well. We have much to discuss. Our rescue, the attack on Camp Broken Glass, what we'd hoped to talk about with Quintus. But all of that can wait. More urgent matters demand our attention. Are any of the refugees willing to come to our camp? I nod. Thank the 12. Thank the 12. You and I should go first and secure the route back to Camp Broken Glass. With all the creatures and tempered skulking about, I expect we'll have our hands full, says Thancred. This should come in handy. Conqueror's chain, courtesy of our Lominson friends. I'd save it for the tempered, though. I'll mark a few points that need surveying on your map. Once you've taken care of the riffraff, we'll meet back at our camp. He runs off. I will mount up and run after him. Up the ramp we go, out of this place. It is so sad. Sorry, there's more Taylor Swift. That song stuck in my head. And this is getting good now. Sorry. Chocobo Keep. You weren't here before. We'll grab ya. What's this azure-haired woman? It has an ether current. but I have kind of stopped doing those. Not possibly entirely, but like getting the ability to fly in these zones has, except for one specific time where I needed the ability to fly because of a class, like a job quest. I haven't really needed to in most other zones, so kind of a waste of time in a lot of ways. Like, I want to get through the story. I want to know the story. I want to get through Endwalker so I can start the new expansion. Jeez. Which I don't think I've bought. I haven't bought it as far as I know. I mean, I probably would know if I bought it or not, because, I mean, that makes sense. What's this? Magic Barrier. 2-minute cooldown. Reduces magic damage taken by self and nearby party members by 10% while increasing HP recovery. Okay, cool. I can put that with, like, Addle. Addle's not a bad one, especially for magic damage. They kind of both do similar things. That's fine. So it's a way for a DPS to contribute to overall damage reduction, healing increase. We have a survey at a purple dark roiling little spot. It is a wild Saiga. Pretty much a whole lot of nothing. Saiga in this case is kind of like an antelope caribou kind of thing. Oops, didn't do that right. Let's get on. And we will head west to do the next one. There's your next one. Oh, there's a so we've been passing Saigas. Yeah, they're kind of just like an antelope without horns. Caribous are much bigger than these are, so I guess antelope's probably the best. Destination number 2. A tempered Imperial. Am I supposed to do something with the chain? Hold on. Just did damage up, but where's my key? I forgot to get to my key items. There we go. Okay, I guess he's a bit too high level, or high hit points right now. How about now? Maybe I'm not supposed to use it on him? How about now? No? Oh, he's gonna kill me. Oh, now. Okay. To untemper him? Okay. So you get him down to like 5 to 10% and then stops hitting you and it's time to chain him. Chain him Tatum. I hear he did a really good gambit in the recent Wolverine and Deadpool movie. And I don't go to theaters. I used to see a movie in the theater literally every every Sunday morning before COVID when I was living in California because I really had nothing else to do. I wasn't doing Uber Eats every day back then, and I was making enough money working at Hertz and other various employment. I used to go to a movie in the theater every Sunday morning for the cheapest ticket, and COVID stopped that because they shut down the theaters, especially in California because everybody was scared. Far too scared, far more scared than you. And I just didn't get back into it. But I did leave California during COVID 2021 still, when it was still scary for people. And my job when I moved home was just DoorDash. So I did that every morning, like up to about an hour past lunch. and you know, out an hour past noon or whatever, depending on how good the orders were going. And yeah, just never got back into it. But so I don't go to theaters for movies anymore unless it's on a date. Even if it's something I really want to see, I'll just wait till it comes out on Netflix or Amazon or whatever. But I really do want to see that movie, the Deadpool Wolverine movie. Here's a destination. Surveying. No threats. Okay. I actually have to go to the bathroom really bad, so I'm gonna get to a safe spot, put on the be right back screen so you guys can figure out how far ahead you need to fast forward. I apologize. I think there's no baddies around me. Okay. I will And we're back from outer space. Got some big old woolly mammoth. Well, no, like big old like curved horned sheep. Big. They're named Ovibos. Okay, here we go. Destination. How many we got this time? Still just one. Tempered. Conqueror's Chain. Alright, alright. Still not turning in the quest, we are continuing to speak to people. We have another plus quest called Pursuit of Power. But, like I said, I'm really not doing those ether current quests. I might. We'll see. But here's Thancred. Ah, there you are. As expected, I ran into a few beasts who went down without much of a fight. The Tempest proved somewhat troublesome, but those chains should keep them under control until our allies take them into custody. With that taken care of, I'm to gather a few supplies and then return to the station. While I see to that, would you mind apprising Lucia of our progress? As it happens, I have some rather pertinent information from our recent scouting forays, but I'll save that for later. First things first and all that. And we get to turn it in. Let's check out the plus quest over here first, really quick. Just to see what it is, I am so sorry. Yep, ether current. In pursuit of power. Here's Lucia. Before I turn this in, I'm going to take some notes. No, I'll save it. Okay. Ah, mercy, I was informed of Quintus's suicide. It must have come as a great shock to his men. What of the refugees? I'm told some were receptive to our proposal, but I would hear your first-hand account. And I'd give it to her? No. That so many did not hesitate to accept proves how desperate the situation has become. We'll do our best to make them feel welcome. The troops who participated in the ambush are no exception. They will be afforded the same treatment as any other refugees, perfidy notwithstanding. After all, even if I wanted to make an example of them, there's no one left to learn from it. We will tell our allies that these soldiers were acting under the direct orders of the legatus, and that following his suicide they offered a full and unconditional surrender. Perhaps Quintus thought that had he lived, he would be tried as a war criminal, and his men punished with him. Perhaps, by taking his own life, he hoped to absolve them of any culpability. Or perhaps, like too many others, he was a true believer to the end. Who can say? I didn't know the man, or his heart, his reasons, noble or otherwise, died with him, and it falls to us to clean up the mess. Strange Bedfellows is complete. This video is complete, and I will see you next time. I apologize for the gap, but when nature calls, it calls.